OMT Online Dynasty. We are back here to wrap up week 2 with our game of the week. Obviously, our Old Dominion Monarchs took care of business this week, but now we are going to check out some game action between Blitz and his Colorado State Rams, who will be also in the Rice offense, much like we are messing around with, going up against Woe Twice in his Sam Houston Bearcats. Remember, that is Bearcats with a K in the Hawaii offense. A little run and shoot action, not a playbook I don't think we have ever seen run in this dynasty, so I'm very excited to get into this one. All in all, we had 5 user games here in week 2, including our own, so we'll have some game breaks featuring highlights of the other 3 as we watch the Colorado State Sam Houston game. We'll get the big update and everything, see how everybody did here throughout week 2. Before we get into the game action though, let's go take a look at the depth charts of the teams that will be competing here today. First, the Colorado State Rams. Blitz's squad will be led by redshirt freshman Pierce Clarkson, off-platform pull-down mobile deadeye, 85 speed, 90 XL, 87 agility. I see the vision with the Rice offense with a quarterback like that, and this guy coming up behind him, the redshirt freshman Johnny Dubose. I don't know. 83 overall, 84 speed. That's gonna be the guy going forward. I definitely see the vision here. 66 overall, 66 offense, 66 defense. This was kind of a weird one because in year 1 we had somebody who was Colorado State. They ended up leaving. Nobody picked up the Rams, so in year 2 they were left up to the CPU. So it's kind of a weird middle ground between just starting over with a brand new team like we're gonna see with Sam Houston, but you still might have a few remnants of that year 1 squad. At halfback, safety valve and takeoff, Tyler Ball, 5'11", 90 speed, 95 XL, 94 agility, 95 change of direction. This guy's a freak. Holy cow. Senior halfback. Definitely seeing some visions of why we're in Rice. A good redshirt sophomore here too, a 92 speed, 94 acceleration, Brian Goodwell. Wide receiver wise, what are we working with here? Levon Brown, a bronze 360, 78 overall, 91 speed, solid. And then Kareem Worthy, press pro, 6'1", 91 speed here as well. So 2 really solid receivers, a pretty solid looking quarterback, a good halfback. I like what we're seeing here on the Colorado State offense until we get to tight ends. But honestly, the Rice offense, you can use 1 or 2 tight ends if you want, but there are ways to really kind of avoid using tight ends as well. We'll see what kind of formations Colorado State finds in the Rice playbook, what they seem to like to do, because I know we found what we like to do, but that's the beauty of a playbook like that. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. Let's take a look at their defense here. Nothing on their defensive line. Of course, workhorses on D tackle. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 different every defensive tackle in the game gets workhorse. It is unbelievable. Linebacker wise, we got Owen Long here, 85 speed with bouncer. Again, I think that might be the most useless ability we've ever seen. I really don't zone chucking. Whoever does that, like maybe your slot corners if you're calling like cover 3 sky, maybe. Other than that, I'd really think that's pointless. Now blow up on a 6'3", 86 speed Steve Gainwell. That's what we like to see. The true sophomore. That guy looks like a stud Mike linebacker. And we got another blow up here with Dylan Sampson and another 84 speed. I like that linebacker core we got here with Colorado State. Defensive line's a little weak, but I really like those linebackers. Secondary wise, not a ton to look at here. You got some decent enough speed, so we should be okay there. Free safety, 6'1", 87 speed. That'll do. Strong safety, a house call. Okay, so we do get we do get 1 ability in our secondary. Linebacking core is definitely the strength of this Colorado State team. Offensively, I like what we see here a lot between the quarterback and halfback. I think in that Rice playbook, they could do some damage. We'll have to get to the game to find out. But before we do that, we got to go take a look at Sam Houston. Formerly Sam Houston State. I think they just go by Sam Houston now, so I'm going to call them Sam Houston State at some point. No offense meant when I do that. So this is a brand new team. I always call you Woe2 Weiss, by the way, for the longest time. That's in my head. It was Woe2 Weiss. Now it's Woe Twice. I'm trying to, that's another thing. No offense intended, but I'm probably going to get your name wrong. But he took over South Florida towards the end of last year, then decided to jump ship and take over Sam Houston. So we're at a 63 overall, 66 offense, 59 defense, but he was able to switch before the transfer portal. We try to get everybody to their new teams before the portal because that is a huge step for these crappy teams that we all have. At least give you a shot to build somewhat of a squad here. So at quarterback, we got Judd Anderson. What a name on that guy. Step up and on time. 83 overall, 71 speed. Definitely a pocket passer. 6'6", 226. Interested to see how this is going to work with the Hawaii. I'm very interested to see the Hawaii offense. I watched a little bit of this game live, and it looked the Hawaii playbook's a ton of fun. So I'm very curious to see how Woe Twice utilizes that here with the Sam Houston squad. Very good group of running backs here. Devon Rice, recoup shifty, sidestep 360, 93 speed, 96 XL. You got another 90 speed here with Mac Dunbar. And then Jarius Moore for your halfback 3 to have 94 speed, 99 XL with silver takeoff. That's a very, very good halfback room the Bearcats with Gay are working with here. At wide receiver, we got a 93 speed with platinum 360 and gold sidestep Bubba Hampton. We got to be watching RPOs to this guy. 99 agility, 99 change of direction. This must be another manually upgraded player, which is a thing we totally allow, totally cool with. I just personally don't do it. I should if I really wanted to make the team as best as I possibly can. I don't really care about it though. So I leave mine on auto. This has definitely been some manual progression here to get some speed, excel, agility, and change of direction on this wide receiver room. Ashton Bethel Roman, sidestep, platinum takeoff, silver shifty, 95 speed, 98 excel, 98 agility, 98 change of direction. So we got to try to avoid either one of these guys getting the ball in space, like with RPOs or anything like that, which I don't think there are actually a ton of in the Hawaii playbook, but I guess we will find out. At tight end, we got an 83 speed, 6'4" Caleb Presley. Is that not the guy who does Sunday Conversation? Is that not just straight up his name? I know his first name is Caleb. I can't remember what his last name is. It's something like that. And then behind him, we got a 6'6". I'd almost be starting this guy. 6'6" with 86 speed. The sure hands is nice to have on Mr. Sunday Conversations there, though. But wow, I'm very impressed by the Sam Houston offense. This is why we let people take over for the transfer portal, get those wide receivers. I don't know about the tight ends, but that's a very, very strong group of skill position guys here on the offense. We got a quick step on our center, but that's about it. Defensively, recoup. I'm gonna bet though, even with a 59 overall defense, we're gonna see some workhorses. A gold grip breaker and hammer. Wow. And not a single workhorse. Well, color me surprised. We actually got some good abilities on 1D tackle and no workhorses anywhere else. I am shocked by that. Sam linebacker, nothing really. Mike linebacker, nothing really. Okay. So better defensive line than Colorado State, but a worse linebacking group. Let's see their corners. Quick jump. This again is just me pushing how I play onto other people. I find quick jump on corners to be absolutely useless. I don't know about you guys. I never blitz a corner, especially on a boundary corner. Like a slot, maybe, I guess, could sometimes make sense. But a silver quick jump on a boundary corner, I don't understand the benefit of that. It's almost like bouncer. It's like, cool, you have it, but I don't know. For me, it doesn't really change anything. But he is 91 speed and 5'11", which is very, very solid. And he's actually got some skill points he's going to probably use on this guy to make him even a little bit better. Jojo Robinson Jr. from American Fork, Utah. Fun fact about Utah, they have a Spanish fork and an American fork. I thought that was kind of fun. 88 speed on Manny Curl. So a solid enough group of corners. No big standouts, but at least he got pretty good speed across the board here. A very good looking free safety though, with house call at Robber, 88 speed at 6'2". Love that on our free safety. It's very similar to Old Dominion's free safety. We're at strong safety. Oh goodness gracious. Yikes. So strong safety, a bit of a weak point of the Sam Houston squad. 52 overall, 74 speed starting at strong safety there. Not what you love to see, but the rest of the squad, the offensive skill positions, very, very good at Sam Houston. You got a pretty solid defensive line, linebackers, corners pretty good. Free safety, very good. Strong safety, yikes. But we'll see if that ever comes into play. See if Colorado State tries to take advantage of Miles Benzinger on Sam Houston. But all that covered, that should get us all ready for the game here. Again, we got Sam Houston in the Hawaii offense. We got Colorado State in the Rice offense. Let's see how these boys do. Good luck. Let's get to the game. We are ready to rock here in, it's like Huntsville. I think it's just outside of Houston. Now in College Football 26, they're playing at their actual home stadium. In real life this past year, they had to play, I want to say at the Houston Dynamo, the MLS stadium or something like that, like an hour away. And they weren't very good, so home attendance was tough. Coming out in some pistol wing back tight is gonna be the first call here for Colorado State, going with a little triple option, trying to get the pitch off. The user flies out there. What a way to start the game there. I want to replay this. I gotta see this again. What a way to start the game for this Bearcats defense. Sees the triple option coming, takes his linebacker and flies all the way down there. I mean, we just kind of have to cut our losses and just take the hit there with the QB, try to get the pitch out to Coy. First play of the game, touchdown. Sam Houston defense hitting a little, I don't know what you call that move, a little jelly leg dance there from Mr. Coy, taking it in to the end zone. Hot start there, and a hot start in another game. As we head to our first game break of the day, that's right, we had a first play touchdown here for the Sam Houston defense. We also have a first play touchdown for Utah State, the number 6 Aggies taking on number 23 James Madison. A huge out-of-conference clash here. First play of the game, reigning Heisman Trophy winner Daniel Hill takes the run all the way to the outside, stretches it out to the sideline, outruns the entire defense, and get off me, little man. Daniel Hill, first play of the game for Utah State, takes it all the way in. Touchdown Aggies. They get off to a 7-0 start there against James Madison. Now let's see if Colorado State can get something going here on the offensive side of things. Obviously a less than ideal start, but I was going to say it could be worse, but I don't think it can. I think that's about as bad a start as we possibly could have gotten there. So 2nd and 11 now, we're going to some gun wing back. Was this wing stack? Gun wing back, wing stack week. My personal favorite formation in the Rice playbook. Getting that motion going out to the left, hitting our little stick route there to number 9. That is Kareem the Dream Worthy, picking up the first down for the Rams. We'll be staying in their shotgun wingback, off trips this time. Personally, I think the shotgun wingback stuff is much better than the pistol stuff in the Rice playbook. We go with an RPO and find the room right up the middle. Tyler Ball, and we actually got the defense offside there. So it was a 2nd and 1 or a 1st and 5. I mean, you can't go too wrong with either way. It would look like we potentially could have thrown that RPO, but we also had room to run there with Tyler Ball. So now a 1st and 5, ball at the 40. And again, like we've done the last couple times, I'm going to kind of watch the first offensive drives of each team and then start skipping around a little bit here. We got a little bit more motion going back to the triple option, gets that pitch off that time, gets it to Landon, saved by the bell, takes it out for 8 yards. First down, Colorado State, ball just about at midfield. It does look like Sam Houston's running a little conservative on defense in terms of how they're playing the triple option, so we'll see if Colorado State's going to take that into effect. We go with a little slip screen, cross screen there. The halfback starts on the right, sets up the screen going to the left, able to pick up 9 yards. A nice solid drive going there. Tyler Ball on that reception. 2nd and 1 now onto Sam Houston's side. We are changing our read keys. Looks like it actually was all on default. Now we're going aggressive. If Colorado State goes to some more triple option, that is going to open things up for Pierce Clarkson in this rushing attack. Because aggressive means they're just solely focused on the halfback. So if you're calling a triple option, you can just keep it with your quarterback and just run. And just go. Goes for the little out route over there on the left, gets it underneath the outside corner somehow, some way. Finds Kareem Worthy yet again, picking up a first down. Nice drive here, nice answer back so far from Colorado State. Like Sam Houston bringing out some big dogs here on defense, really stacking that box against this Rice offense, which makes sense. Going back to that RPO, and boy, oh boy, number 82, Levon Brown just totally ran right on by that outside corner. He only had eyes for the safety on that play. You can see it in the replay there. Just ran right on past him, lets him blow it up for a loss of 2. Let's see how the Rams can recover from that one. A little 2nd and 12, a little jet motion going over to the right. Going to be another play action pass going to the RPO, or maybe it was just a screen. Something going to the left flat there to Landon Bell. Able to gain 3 yards back at least, setting up a 3rd and 9. Ball at the Bearcats 33. Double Z close. I do like this formation. out of the Owls playbook as well. Some really, really good pass plays in here. See what Colorado State is going to go to. A little 3-3-5 penny defense from Sam Houston. Again, we just don't have too much speed out here. So we're able to hit the quick drag underneath there to Brown. 4th and 1. Are we going to get aggressive early here? Well, yes, we are. A little gun Y off trips. Got to watch that RPO to the tight end here if we're Sam Houston. Have to have a hard flat over on that right side in case that is the tight end RPO flat. It is instead a halfback direct to Landon Bell. I always forget that's in the Rice playbook. I think it's Y off trips. They have the halfback direct and a direct DIY reverse, which is insane. But Landon Bell picks up the first down. Go to some wing slot offset. Now at the red zone, I was going to say knocking on the door of the red zone, but they're actually at the 20, which, fun fact, counts as the red zone. Another favorite formation of mine, though. I love this wing slot offset. Dropping back to pass, just hit a little curl right over the middle of the field. Mason Muau. That probably sounds weird, but he is there for the 7 yards. I like what we're seeing out of the Colorado State offense here. Just taking what they're giving you. Take those underneath. You know, we don't need to get it all back in one play just because we had the fumble 6 or whatever you want to call it, a pick 6. Either way, just because we had that on the first play doesn't mean we need to get super aggressive on offense. Stay with the plan, take what they're giving you, and we are marching our way back down the field here, looking to tie this one up. 2nd and 3 at the 13. Y trips weak. Cover 2 is going to be the defense here. Going with that RPO out to the right, looking for the backside slant, but that Bearcats defensive line flies on in there, forces the ball to just kind of spike right into the ground there, right over his halfback's head. See, oh, we are sending a little outside blitz here. That outside corner is going to be trying to come home. It leaves the middle of the field wide open, and Colorado State finds Landon Bell, walks into the end zone. There's Ramsey? No, I don't remember the name of the actual mascot, but the Ram mascot back there going nuts, and apparently just an open field they have behind the end zone here at Sam Houston. Touchdown Rams. Now, let's get our first glimpse of Sam Houston in this Hawaii offense in just a second. We've actually got one more game break here from the James Madison Utah State game. The Aggies now up 14-0. They have been doing some absolute work against these James Madison Dukes here. One of these teams going to be taking their first loss today. 2nd and 12 for Utah State. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Going with the verticals with a comeback over on the right. Hits the comeback, one-on-one coverage, and Paylor makes him pay more by hitting the spin move, breaking the tackles, taking the comeback to the house. Touchdown Utah State, putting that one at 21-0, and there was no comebacks to be found for James Madison as that game ended, finishing up, let me get that pulled up over here, 35-7. Utah State, the number 6 ranked team in the country, defending national champions, looking to repeat that run here, starting off 3-0, some dominant victories so far for the Aggies. Now they go into a back-to-back bye week in week 3 and 4 before heading to Virginia to take on the Old Dominion Monarchs. That is going to be difficult for me. But anyway, back to the game at hand here. Sam Houston, like we said, in the Hawaii run and shoot playbook, going with a little RPO, is able to hit his tight end flat over there. That's John the Critic Ravitz. That's a niche nickname. I don't know how many people are going to remember the Critic with John Lovitz, the old Saturday Night Live guy. But if you do, hey, that one's for you. Going with the all go with the little Texas route underneath. Just a very, very difficult play to stop because your user, you kind of have to follow that streak, and then that opens up the Texas route underneath. Keeping up some momentum, keeping the pedal to the metal there, going a little hurry up, just an inside zone, picking up the first down, already on to Colorado State's side of the 50-yard line. With the ball at the 45, going to a little stick route here out of trips. We're going to have that a quick, but the linebacker flies down for Colorado State to make that tackle. Keep it to a minimal gain of 1. Staying in our Y off trips weak look here on offense, setting up a little slip screen to our halfback, able to get it to him, and he gets brought down in a hurry. Colorado State sniffed that one out quickly. Loss of 3. 3rd and 12 now. Let's see what Sam Houston's got here. We're going to go get some of the run and shoot concepts going here, some of the choice routes, some of the fun things in the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors playbook. see if they've got something to pick up 13 yards here. So we got a little switch over there on the left. I love those choice routes. A is on because we know pretty quick what his choice is actually going to be. We do try to hit that switch wheel over on the left, but the ball gets knocked out. Colorado State's defense standing tall here so far, setting up a 4th and 12. Sam Houston at Colorado State's 47-yard line, where Sam Houston will be going for it. An aggressive play call here from the Bearcats, going for that same thing. Looks like we had the wheel. We go for the stick, and Hampton is able to hold on to that one. Looks like we potentially had both of them over there on the left, but Judd Anderson fits one in just barely to pick up the huge 4th and 12. We have no rules about, you can go for it on 4th down whenever the heck you want. It's, you know, you got to deal with the repercussions if you don't get it, but when you do, it's great. Hits the quick slant underneath to Bethel Roman. So yeah, we have not really seen, we saw one RPO go to the tight end. We haven't really seen any others go to those wide receivers that we were worried about between Bethel, the Roman Empire, and Bubba Hampton. We'll see if that's something that's going to come up. Inside cross, a fantastic play here. Hampton on the drag. Number 19, Mac Dunbar leaking out to the left. Typically, you're going to have one of those. Good user defense. Nothing, a little PI between friends there potentially as he bumps Dunbar off of his route, causing the pass to go incomplete. 3rd and 6, 7 seconds left here in the first quarter. Sam Houston threatening, looking to take that lead back. I wonder if we're just looking for our Texas route. We are indeed, and there is Mac Dunbar on the Texas route, picking that one up, taking us to the second quarter, 7-7 ball game. 1st and goal for the Bearcats, coming out with a little RPO. We got a slant and an out route there. Yep, good user defense, kind of stuck out on that slant. You kind of just have to give that one to our halfback. Gets brought down, loss of 1, 2nd and goal at the 8. I struggle in the red zone in every playbook I'm in, but especially with the Hawaii one. I do like that flanker close formation quite a bit. I think the runs really work out of there, and that PA drag, I think it's called, is a pretty good little pass play where you really don't have to hot route too much. We'll see if he called that or bench. It is bench. Little curl route on Hampton, out route on Bethel Roman. I mean, we got to be looking to the left. Those are 2 stud receivers over there, or try to sneak this little Texas route into our halfback, Mac Dunbar, back there yet again. But we got our superstars over on the left. We'll see if that's where we're going to be looking. We got Dunbar right over the middle of the field, much like how Colorado State scored. Sam Houston answers right back, right over the middle. Dunbar walks into the end zone, giving Sam Houston the lead back, taking us to a new game break and a new user game we had this week between Navy and Oregon State. The colors on this one are a little funky. I think it's some HDR thing. Trust me, I have looked into it because the picture is supposed to be better, but it's not really because the colors get kind of funky. But first quarter of this one, 45 seconds have gone by. Oregon State at home here against the Navy midshipmen. Ramsey representing Navy, and Uncle Drew representing Oregon State. We are going with a quick run up the middle, the big star under number 4, and that is exactly why. Shifts his way through that offensive line, puts on the Jets, takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Oregon State. Another out-of-conference game there. Oregon State representing the Mountain West, Navy in the American. We'll see if Ramsey's actually, the Navy team is in the go-go offense. Oregon State, I did not write down what they are in, but touchdown Oregon State, a quick 7-0 lead for the Beavers in that one. So now we'll just start jumping around a little bit in our main event game, find some action. And it doesn't take us long here. Only 1 or 2 plays, and Colorado State is already on to the other side of the 50-yard line, down by 7, looking to tie this one back up. Going with a little gun spread on offense, going with a run up the gut to Mr. Ball. Finds the space, gets to the sideline, and there's that lack of speed on Sam Houston's defense. There's nobody quite able to catch up once we get some space with Tyler Ball. Takes it down the sideline, in for the touchdown. High-paced game, high octane. Touchdown Colorado State, 14-14, 4.5 to go here in the second quarter. But Sam Houston answering right back, down to the Colorado State 30-yard line. 3 minutes to go here in the second. I've never messed with that substitution. With those settings, I could not tell you what those things do, but he was doing something in there. He just took off for a nice little run with his quarterback. We see Judd Anderson roaming down the field there. So now 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Oh my goodness. Going with a couple seam streaks and a curl on the outside. Judd Anderson got away with one there. Mr. Ty, the Colorado State corner. Should have picked that one off. Second life here for Sam Houston on this drive. A little lucky break for the boys there. Never hurt anybody. Now, 2nd and 10 now, going with a little slot fade over on the right. A weird kind of dig route. We just go with that drag right underneath, hitting. We've been finding some soft spots in the zone, really underneath. We've seen the Texas routes a few times, a few drags, things like that. It's really been killing this Colorado State team. Now, 3rd and 1, we go to the hurry up and inside zone. We saw that one earlier too, or whatever, an inside run. I don't know if it was exactly inside zone. Picking up the first down, 2 minutes, 15 seconds now into the red zone. Go with the Bearcats. Looking to finish this drive strong. We got some more choice routes on the field here. A slant on Y. See if that's just where we're looking. Nope, we will take that. Check down to Mac Dunbar. The Mac truck gets out there, throws a stiff arm, catches that in the flat, takes it all the way in. Another... Okay, Mac, let's go. Oh my goodness, Mr. Dunbar, please. This is a family show. Touchdown, Sam Houston. 2 minutes left here before halftime. That'll send us to our last game break featuring Navy and Oregon State. Oregon State still up 7-0 at this point in the ball game, but threatening to push it to a 2-score game. 4 minutes, 47 seconds left in the second. A 2nd and 13 for the Beavers offense. See if they can put any more points on the board here. It looked like a little cover 4 from the defense. We got that deep post, and the user falls off of it. Oregon State finds them, walks into the end zone. Touchdown. Oregon State puts them up 14-0. And honestly, not a whole heck of a lot else happens in that one. Oregon State gets the victory 17-7. Their first win of the year. Congratulations to Oregon State for getting on the board. We will see Navy in a game against ODU here in just a few weeks. So 17-7 is your final score in that one. Let's check out the last couple minutes here of the first half. After Colorado State went 3 and out with their drive here, Sam Houston has a chance to push this to a 2-score lead. Minute and 3 seconds left. 4th and 8 at their own 49. It's keeping the pedal down, staying aggressive, and going for the jugular. Trying to push this lead back here before half. Got a couple drags going over the middle. Just a lot for the user to try to cover there. Able to hit Hampton on the outside, breaking tackles, getting out of there. Bubba Hampton, 3 for 76 already in this game. Yeah, just again, finding those soft spots underneath, man. It's been those drags, been those Texas routes, and slants have absolutely killed Colorado State here so far. So we're going 5 wide, a little jet out to the left to Bethel Roman. Look at the speed burst on that guy. That's why we want to get him the ball. 2nd and 5 now. Sam Houston, time kind of ticking away. Not really a concern if you're the Bearcats here. Again, looking for some underneath, getting the mesh going on between A and RB. We got A open on that again. Again, just killing them with those drags, killing them with the underneaths, breaking tackles, getting them into space. Been just beautiful stuff here from Sam Houston. Again, kind of like what we saw Colorado State on their, well, technically their second drive. Just taking what the defense gives you. If they're giving you the underneath, just take the underneath. We find the slant over on the right. Touchdown Bearcats, pushing this one to a 2-score lead. Let's go ahead. Well, that should just be about halftime. Let's skip ahead. I don't think any... Oh, no, something does happen. I just remembered. Spoiler alert. Something is going to happen here. Empty bunch wide is going to be the offense for Colorado State. Down by 14, 21 seconds to go. 2 timeouts here before halftime, 75 yards between them and making it a 1-score game. Going with the empty bunch wide, trying to find some space here. Potentially could have gone deep middle. Instead, we try to throw that one a little bit late, and we get the flag for that. Pierce Clarkson, you can't do that, buddy. You know that. The loss of down, loss of 5 yards, 2nd and 15. Staying empty bunch wide. Looked like potentially we had that deep middle. I don't know if we trust Clarkson to make that throw or not, but it could have maybe been there. Instead, how about a QB draw out of empty bunch wide and watch Pierce Clarkson go to work. That Sam Houston speed on defense. We saw it with that touchdown run with Tyler Ball. We see it again on the 80-yard touchdown run for Pierce Clarkson right before halftime, bringing it back to a 1-score game with 5 seconds left here. Unbelievable stuff from Colorado State. So that will take us to halftime. So we will do a quick whip around the league here to see where everybody sits here at the end of week 2. First in the American Conference, we got Georgia Tech and Bowling Green. It looks like Bowling Green, once again, it will not be playing their CPU game this week. I don't really care if you don't play your CPU games, but considering the wait list that we have, which I didn't even mention if you're watching this part, if you want on the wait list, you have to join the Discord and let me know, and I can get you on there. We have 11 people waiting right now. So missing CPU games, no big deal. But if you go MIA, so it's 72 hours for us to play user games. If you go totally MIA, nobody hears from you, unfortunately, we're going to have to open that spot up and take it to somebody on the wait list. But CPU games, not the biggest deal in the world. Bowling Green not going to be playing that game against Georgia Tech. It looks like he's got an hour from when I'm recording this, so probably not. Western Kentucky has the Middle Tennessee State and pulls off the 45-22 win in that rivalry game. Navy and Oregon State, we saw that one 17-7, the win for the Beavers there. Toledo knocks off UMass 49-24. No surprise there. UMass probably still not very good, much like in real life. And then Buffalo gets the big win headed into Syracuse 34-25. Let's go check out the Conference USA. We're actually going to throw a couple score blockers up here because we have one more game, user game, that we are going to be seeing some game breaks for between Fresno State and Rice here in the second half of our game. But our Old Dominion Monarchs head into the Ruston, Louisiana, took down Louisiana Tech. We have a whole video on that one, so we're not including game breaks of my own games in these. Texas State put a bit of a whooping here on FCS Midwest, fresh off their win against number 2 Texas A&M, following that up with a 91-6 victory against FCS Midwest. Louisiana, just the wrecking crew, the Louisiana wrecking crew rolls through Tallahassee and wins that one 58-6. Southern Miss beats Tulane 34-3. Yes, he did play this one 4 times. Apparently he just got into a game with a Service Academy playbook and kept backing out. We're not okay. We don't do that. I will allow you to replay a game if you hop into one against the CPU, like in the wrong playbook or something like that. You have a setting wrong. Maybe your internet goes out, something comes up. That's all understandable. That's all fine. But let's not do that. I think he understands at this point. Just a miscommunication. It's fine. It's not a big deal. UAB looks like they will not be playing their game against Jacksonville State. I think UAB did not play their game in week 1 either. Again, going back to, if you don't play the CPU, not a big deal. That's fine. But he's got a user game next week. So we'll see. UAB might be coming open. So that is how CUSA, Fresno State, and Rice we will get to here in the second half of our Colorado State Sam Houston game. That is how CUSA looks. Let's check out the Mountain West. San Diego State, another person not playing their CPU games apparently. I had a home against Missouri, 0 played. We'll see what happens. If you don't play it, it is just a fair sim up to the CPU. They are the decider. Tulsa wins the Turnpike Classic heading into Oklahoma State. Top 25 Oklahoma State. Number 19 Tulsa gets that win 42-20. UNLV heads into Akron, wins that one 42-21. We saw James Madison beat Utah State. Then down at the very bottom here, the New Mexico State Aggies getting the win against the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors 52-23. For New Mexico State, I mean, he's got like a 57 overall team or something. To be 2-1, beat Hawaii. I know he lost to Texas. I don't remember his first win against, but even that Texas game, he only lost by 11. So he's doing some good things there with New Mexico State. One more conference for us to go over here, the Sun Belt. Georgia State follows in Texas State's footprints and lays a whooping on an FCS team. Those poor guys, 77-17. FIU heads into Coral Gables, I want to say is where it's something like that. Heads into Miami is the important thing. Gets their first win of the season. What a one to get there. Number 12 Miami goes down to the Panthers. Appalachian State, after their tough loss at Duke last week, gets another tough road test heading to Rocky Top, Tennessee, dropping one to number 21, the Volunteers. East Carolina loses a rivalry game against NC State, puts them at 2-1. Georgia Southern has not played their game again. Oh, they played once. I don't know what happened there, but there's no final score here, so I'm not sure, and I haven't heard anything about what happened. Anyway, USF goes to the blue turf in Boise and wins that one 38-17, and of course our James Madison boys, representing, wearing the sweatshirt today and everything, lose that one 35-7 to Utah State. So that is our quick little wraparound of how everybody sits here through week 2. Let's get back to the game. Let's get to the second half, where we see Sam Houston on the move here. They did start this half with the ball just past midfield here, holding on to that 7-point lead, getting some hot routes going to the quick flat is there. Yep, just take it to the quick flat. Number 31, which halfback is that of the stable, the Hydra backfield? Jarius Moore of the Bearcats taking that one for a gain of 9. Second and inches, trying to push this one back to a 2-score lead. We've seen Colorado State's had some quick strikes on offense, so we're not super comfortable even with a 2-score lead. It looks like going right back to that quick flat. See those quick balls just absolutely killing them. There's Bethel Roman getting that ball in space. The thing I'm surprised we haven't seen more is getting those to Bethel Roman and Bubba Hampton. I really don't think there are that many RPOs in the Hawaii playbook anyway. So there's only so much you can do. We kind of had the flat again. We definitely had A on that right little corner route. That Texas, it's essentially just a flood over to the right. Looked like we had the intermediate one there. Instead, just take that drag. 28 for 32. Judd Anderson just picking them apart underneath all game long. Now we got a little motion from Bethel Roman, going to be coming to the right, and then his route's going to take him back to the left. A little bit of a high-low between Y and A. We do go for Bethel Roman. The user defender is there, but Bethel Roman fights him off, bounces off the tackle, turns it upfield. Unlucky break for the Rams as the Bearcats do push it to a 2-score lead. There's our guy, the Roman Empire, Ashton Bethel Roman. What a play. So now let's take it to a game break with Fresno State and Rice, our last user game of week 2 here. We find Rice up 7-3, 5.5 to go here in the second quarter. Rice's uniforms looking a little bit like ODU. I'm seeing some similarities here between ourselves and Rice. Go with it all going to come back similar to what we saw Utah State run earlier. We go for the deep crosser, loft it right over number 32's noggin, finds number 83. Johnny Shepard delivers an absolute just beautiful pass right into the basket there. Touchdown Rice, puts them up 14-3 in the second quarter. We got one more game break on there as there is an unbelievable D-line pick 6 for Sam Houston. Been an unlucky game for Colorado State. I'm going to rewind this one really quick because we were in a game break there until the very last second. That looked like it was just a contain playing crazy, which we've had happen before too. I want to see if oh no, he's in a hook curl. Is that the same guy? It is. Oh no, he was rushing the passer though, but he bounces off, disengages with that blocker, somehow gets the interception, takes it in for the touchdown. Brody Henderson, what a game for him. He ends up with 1.5 sacks and a pick 6. Touchdown Sam Houston, making this one a 21-point game. And really, unfortunately, that is just about the end of this one. Colorado State unable to mount much of a comeback from here. They do get a few more points on the board. Colorado State scores one more time, but Sam Houston kind of turns it on even in the fourth quarter here. This one ends up 66-28, the victory for the Sam Houston Bearcats. You can see the total offense is pretty even, 363 to 397. They ran the same amount of plays. The rush offense of Colorado State was great, 19 for 238 and 2 scores. Helps when you have an 80-yard touchdown run in there. But the passing attack of Sam Houston, 33 for 36, 8.3 yards per pass, just taking what he's given them underneath. And it's really the 4 turnovers. I mean, you start the game with that fumble / pick 6, you get a pick 6 there. Just hard to come back from those things. So congratulations, Sam Houston, getting the win here against Colorado State. We got one more game break for you for, what was it, Rice and Fresno State. Let's get over to that one really quick. Here we go. Rice up 14-3 here in the second quarter, going with a little toss out to the right, and look at that shifty little guy. I'm gonna miss Quentin Rampage Jackson, the back of Rice, but look at the spin move of number 28, able to get it out in space, turn on the jets, and hit a spin like that. That's a pretty worthy replacement to Rampage Jackson. So that is gonna be it for that Rice game. That one ended up, let me get it pulled up over here. That's the wrong one. Bear with me just a second here. The Rice ended up getting this win. There we go, 35-12. Again, 290 yards of offense for Fresno, 360 for Rice. Pretty even split there, but Fresno did run a lot more plays, 59-31. The rushing attack of Rice, like we just saw there, 16 for 119. Passing wise, 13 for 15. Just an efficient game from a Johnny Shepard as Rice picks up that win. 35 for 47 for Fresno State. So with all of that covered, let's just get back over here. Hi, how are you? We can take a look at the conference standings, see how everybody sits here to fully wrap up week 2. Of course, these aren't going to be fully updated because that won't be until we advance here shortly, but our Sunbelt Conference, and I will actually have my face here so you can see everybody. James Madison technically sitting in first now. I think we'll actually go to first. Our 2-0 contingent here, since there's been no conference games played. I think our first one is in like week 7, and then we have 7 in a row. No conference games until later. Then it's just going to be a full-on gauntlet. But here is how the Sun Belt is looking. James Madison and FIU both lost to Utah State. And ODU, we are going to have a chance to avenge our brothers. I don't love our chances, but we're certainly going to try our best. The American Conference, we got Marshall at 1-0, Toledo at 1-0, Temple at 1-0, and Army currently at 1-0 with a game against ODU coming up next week. That'll be our next video, our user game against Army and his veer and shoot, right? Yeah, he's a veer and shoot. Southern Miss, I want to say, is the playbook he has been in. Conference USA, we got Louisiana, Rice, and Texas State and North Texas all sitting at 2-0. This is going to be an unbelievable battle throughout the entire season. Louisiana, that offensive scheme he runs is so difficult to stop. Rice, we know, is a very solid player. He's not going to be going anywhere. Texas State has made the conference championship back-to-back seasons, looking to get over that hump. North Texas, he was in the Mountain West. This is his first year in the CUSA, but he put up a fight in the Mountain West. We're expecting much more of the same in Conference USA. That is going to be a fantastic battle. And last but not least, the Mountain West, Utah State, 87 overall, number 6 in the country. Expect that maybe even to go up a little bit higher with their win against James Madison. But then we also have a top 20 Tulsa Golden Hurricane, 89 overall. We're definitely going to feature them at some point just so we can all see how ridiculous his defensive line is. It's preposterous. It is so freaking good. But they're the lone 2 undefeateds remaining. Oh, San Diego State currently at 1-0, but we'll see how the sim goes for him. So the only real 2 undefeated teams here in the Mountain West, Utah State and Tulsa. That should be a fun battle throughout the season. So that wraps up week 2 here in the OMT Online Dynasty. See, James Madison, I finally got it. It was supposed to get here on Tuesday. It finally showed up Thursday at like 7 o'clock and at the wrong address. Shout out On Track. Your shipping service sucks. Anyway, that'll do it for week 2. We'll be back with our user game against Army here for week 3. So this will come out Saturday. That'll probably be either Sunday or Monday. And a game of the week for week 3 as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you then. Until then, take it easy.